NMSU versus UNM Rivalry Week. My name is Jonathan Uvaya, aka Crazy Cans, and then my good friend Shaky.
Hi there, my name is Shaky.
I see.
Making sure that we're looking at the right thing. My
Yes.
name is Shaky. We've got a Rainbow Six Siege tournament going on here for you. NMSU versus UNM. Hopefully, we get some exciting games going on here.
Yes. This collaboration is brought to you by the two colleges here to support not only our esports org but our Siege players. And this is an exciting time to allow our players to come in. We're comprised of a roster of Aiden Leon, Eustick, Tricky Vic, Smarmy, and Xena filling in as a sub with Haka on the roster as well. It is our pleasure to let you know that our game is going to be rolling soon, so we're going to go to a quick break. And we are back from our small break after a game of musical chairs. We are here to talk about our game a little bit. Rainbow Six Siege is a game that many players do enjoy, and with the newest drop, the season is seeing a good influx of players coming in. NMSU has actually experienced a really good boost in the number of players that we have going. So not only are we excited for our NMSU Crimson game with UNM this afternoon, but we are excited to be working with a good group of students that are eager to get their hands on the competitive Siege scene.
That's very true. Good group of students, new players, old players. Me personally, I'm an older player, so I know I'm more familiar with older Siege. I'm excited to see what the new strats will lead into and all these new what other people might come up with. Honestly, yeah, it's just my imagination breeds some interesting things under stress. So
Yeah.
very excited to see that.
Right, and with the players that we've having assembled this evening, it is very exciting to see some of our players returning to the competitive scene after a small hiatus, and then again for our young bloods to be coming in and getting to dip their toe in the water. So we are looking forward not only to tonight, but the rest of what our season has in store for us, ladies and gentlemen. Um, really, thank you all for coming and supporting our event this evening, because really, without anyone checking it out, we're just a group of gamers that are playing a game that is we're very excited to be a part of. And honestly, not much changes, but we get the opportunity to promote these students and what they can do on a scene. And really, to be able to provide that platform is something we're grateful for, to be in the esports org collegiately.
Exactly. And if you're familiar or not unfamiliar with Rainbow Six Siege is a first-person strategic shooter. It's a 5 versus 5 where you select individual special operators with their own individual classes and skill sets. Um, so that's another interesting thing that we're gonna see. There's some newer operators that maybe some people aren't very familiar with that we'll get more familiar with now. And there's some older operators that maybe we'll see them implemented in different ways, different opportunities.
Yeah, and speaking of opportunities, I am excited to see what kind of plays these teams bring out tonight, because,
Hmm.
of course, it is a friendly rivalry week game, but of course this is also a
It's a
chance for these two
competition.
teams to get to experience what the other has to offer, bounce off of, we are going to see, I'm sure, strats and plays that the teams are comfortable with, but I'm sure they are maybe going to have some stuff in the pocket to pull out should the game be pushing us to
Mhm.
that 6-6 OT. So,
You know, iron sharpens iron, and I think both teams will have to become very adaptable in order to pull off a good win here because I'm hoping for a back and forth, and I'm sure we're going to be able to see that. We have some pretty promising candidates from both sides.
yes.
We were doing a little dive in to make sure we know who we're talking about, and I'm personally excited. I hope you all get excited with us.
Yes. We all know, of course, that ranks through the game are a part of what we do, but the matches that we play out in the competitive setting really allow us to see where these players are going to lie in terms of that long game, that back and forth. And we're not pushing, a quick match. This is really, we're going to let these players have a chance to go at it. So,
Hmm.
really, I'm hoping we see some fantastic siege this evening.
I think we will. And let me see. Personally, is there any operators that you're kind of hoping to see in these earlier games?
Out of the new operators that have dropped in recent times, because I'm not sure if we're really banning anything more recently.
Hmm.
So if we get to see some ramp play, I am excited to see what kind of verticality that brings into the match from both above and below, because I assume some of these pushes are going to be
Pretty dynamic.
fast-paced. Yes,
Hmm.
freeing up that
Exactly.
ability to throw the util, clear your ADSs, and just let that pressure come in. I think that'll be a fun one, and then also looking forward to see some Fenrir play because personally I
Fenrir.
have not experienced too much of that, but I have seen some rounds in recent competitive plays that really does make the difference. So it's going to be good to see where these players come in.
I think all these characters have the opportunity to make a huge difference here. Me personally, I am a mute lover. I like mute, personal, up close with the SMG and shotgun, or you can run a mid long range with your primary SMG.
Yes,
Mute's just a good operator in general, so I hope maybe we might see some mute action or some bandit. Bandit's a solid pick.
yes. As we get ready to roll into the match, I am curious to see what kind of bans come out. If we're running the full phase, then we are going to see these players maybe showing us some maps that they are eager to experience, or
Hmm.
maybe some of the ones early on that we'll get to understand maybe they're holding back off for now, for the time being.
Yes.
So that'll give us a good insight into what these two schools in their seasons may look like.
Oh man, I haven't even thought about map bans yet. Map bans. I'm hoping we see some maybe Canal. Canal always brings people tend to not really like Canal, but it does, bring a lot of innovation into it. There's just a different angles you could come at it. So, I'm personally I'm very excited.
I'm glad. I do have a question for you. What do
Yes,
you think about maybe potentially seeing a Night Haven pick? Do we play that today?
Night Haven, Night Haven. I personally am not familiar with the Night Haven pick. Were those operators like the operators or the map?
So the map itself is what I'm hoping to see if we go to it.
Okay.
Being that the map is built in a different way that allows players to maybe be a little bit more aggressive and swinging from wider angles. It's
Okay.
got a lot of space so that these tighter maps that we're used to seeing, these tighter gunfights and engagements, might not play out the same. Maybe we're going to see some aggressive LMG action. Who knows? And we are beginning our first map with Oregon.
On Oregon.
We are going to see the start of our operator ban phase.
Banning on attack first, we have UNM. And UNM is orange, NMSU is blue. You got a Flores ban.
All right. Taking some of that drone play off the map, and honestly, they do have a lot of options left, so that is an interesting pick to see go off, but the pressure that he applies definitely is going to be something that is noticed, that lack of.
I'm thinking if they were trying to ban them, if they're going to be having maybe more anchors when they're on defense, maybe they'll be bringing. They didn't want to be forced to move out of locations that they're going to be wanting to place themselves in.
Right, and then we see that Dokkaebi ban coming out telling us that they're maybe taking some of that intel away from the attackers, just trying to maybe keep that pressure on both sides so that it's not just pushing in. And truly, I think we're going to see some. I'm wondering how
Oh,
early we're going to see our first pick. There we
there's
go.
the
So,
Fenrir.
unfortunately, it is not coming into play this round. So who knows? Maybe we'll see it later on in the season. But Man,
I'm sorry they broke your heart that early.
it's okay. Truly, it was an NMSU pick, so I think our boys just do not want that
Yeah,
presence, at least at the moment. So we will see.
and I can definitely see that they're targeting communication and surveillance. They with the Valkyrie ban, the Flores ban definitely brings in some extra drones, even if they are on a time limit. Dope could be again communications and placements. So
Yes. And we do have a
a couple
brief break.
disconnections.
We are going to rehost at the moment, so please bear with us as we briefly transition into our next lobby. So
Defenders, protect your bombs
we're
from
going
being
to go to
defused
break
by
once more.
attackers.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
And we are back. Players in the lobby. Map is loading up. This is going to be exciting times. The energy in the room is.
Starting to pick up right now.
Yes, yes, that is definitely true.
If it wasn't lifted already.
And in case anyone is curious, what happens during the rehosting, especially off the start of the map, is that players essentially are locked into the operators that they selected their first go round, and bans are going to be locked in as well. So we don't see any change. We just get back into the action once the lobby is open. So that is the good thing about taking care of these issues for us, especially that it was very prompt for us. So we're grateful for the night.
Sometimes we have some issues and we just gotta reset. But
Right.
thankfully, Siege has been pretty kind to us recently and starts up relatively well.
Yes. Let's.
We're getting those bans.
It still hurts. I know. It's okay.
The wound is still fresh.
Yes. I am curious to see if we do see other operators that maybe have similar loadouts or kits to Finrear. Maybe you tell like Malusi, for example, is that still going to be a strong presence noted? Intel ops or counter intel like IQ, of course, still handy, still relevant for the push. And then Twitch also is they definitely Twitch is just not the same since they took off her grip, but honestly, I still love the util, so it is hard to break these habits.
They took the grip off. They made her recoil a little higher on that one. Was it the F2 or?
Yes, it was her F2, unfortunately.
F2.
Attackers need to
As a
locate
former
and
F2
defuse
main,
as
let
many
me
bombs
know
as they can.
if anyone has any suggestions, recommendations in chat.
Get some Fs
Yes, F's in chat.
for
Maybe
the F2.
tips for cans. Let me know what you think.
Just for cans. I've tried getting some vertical holes already getting opened up early.
Yes. They waste no time in the setup.
Well, that's what you gotta do, especially with, if I'm not mistaken, is the setup time shorter than in ranked matches or casual matches?
So my understanding of it, if I remember correctly, is that they do not have a shorter
10
setup
seconds to
time.
go.
What is shorter, in fact, is the operator picks, and I believe even the
5
bands
seconds to
potentially.
insertion.
But definitely, as they're picking their operators, that is something that normally is going to be on a smaller
Attackers
timer.
must locate and
So
defuse
that
the
is
bomb.
actually part of what I am excited to see for our players coming into the competitive scene. Is just getting the full experience of two teams setting with their plays.
Yeah, picking under pressure, and then now that we introduced changing operators, also being able to have the opportunity to change operators when you can.
Yes, getting that early intel kind of gives the team a better idea.
So it looks like we have NMSU trying to breach in from the bedroom. They're droning out currently.
NMSU taking their time getting that intel passed along. Push is not. Oh, we get a little entry coming in of the 2-minute timer.
EMP gets Wamai. That whammy's definitely coming in real heavy right now.
I can definitely see NMSU. Yep, there's the presence inside of Master.
Gotta have the shield.
Let us see where they're going to set up. But the long angle from tower is a personal favorite of mine. So we see that the EMPs get caught by the Wamai.
And we did bring a mute as well. I'm not sure if UNM, if that'll stop a push, be able to stop this push here. If NMSU coordinates, I think they might be able to get in through that wall.
With the lineup that we're seeing from UNM, you can tell that they are ready to both play that mid-range engagement as well as that long. Traps with the Thorn on the field definitely are going to affect where the NMSU players are looking during their entries. We've got the footsteps from Omai.
Smarmy was playing the blue stairs, I
Attackers have
think that's what
located
it
a bomb.
is, or that side staircase, and get some vertical on objective.
I like how Haka is holding that aggressive angle towards that long tower, unafraid and ready to take that shot should the opportunity present itself. Bodies
Smarmy
start to
takes
drop.
him down. Kaizen trying to get some shots in on some legs right there.
All right.
UNM is being pushed around a little bit, not being able to sit down much.
The Kid Sway ready to hold down that game room, pushing from both in front of the foosball table. Oh,
Getting taken down by
Down in trophy injuries.
Tricky.
Smarmy drops another body onto what I believe is the Chaos.
That's the flawless round towards NMSU in that first round.
Yes, sir.
That was a good one, but remember, we're still early. They're still trying to feel each other out. Let's see if the second round has any other tricks up to offer.
Yes.
But that was some invigorating pushes there. We had from different angles, different perspectives. We saw Smarmy pushing in from the stairs and also hitting them from under. We saw that master push, the
Yes.
bedroom push, if I'm not mistaken. Haka.
Yes. And then Smarmy's, what I believe Smarmy maybe dropped a 2 to a 3K in that
Attackers
one.
need to locate
Smarmy
and
did do
defuse
very
as
well. I
many
saw a
bombs
couple
as they
headshots,
can.
if I'm not mistaken.
Both Vic and Smarmy opening up our first round with 2 kills apiece. Haka collecting his kill as well. Congratulations, Haka.
Well done, Haka. Definitely holding that room was vital in order to keep that pressure on that side so they could, Smarmy was able to get that flank going. But right here we're getting another similar setup. Trying to see if there's any differences in it, but they might just trying to see if their roamers will be able to get a hit clinch on them.
I noticed that UNM is going ahead and
10
switching
seconds
some of their
left
picks
before
around,
insertion.
bringing in Solus as well as Kate.
Yeah.
With that util, you know that it's going to, again, they are hoping to keep that pressure off of their
Attackers
site
are
as
moving
long
out
as
to
possible.
locate a bomb and
But with
defuse
that
it.
Solus, they are prepared to go ahead and take these swings and make these engagements to slow down their attack.
I think that's what they need to do. They're going to have to definitely play for time because NMSU was able to get
Already a kill.
Smarmy.
Smarmy to Liston on the run out. Unfortunate for UNM. Opening up our second round.
That's a big pick on Liston. Liston with the Wamai. His Wamai utility was useful last game, so let's hope that their utility outlives him this round here too.
I do believe that with Wamai, it does take some time for him to collect discs, so an early kill on him definitely hurts that ability to get those discs to support the team.
Let's see, it seems like they're trying to hit that wall again, but UNM might have a roamer where Smarmy pushed from the last time, so I think that option might be out unless they want to push that.
We may get the Heart Breach onto Master Closet.
I think so. That's that EMP right there.
For electronics.
IQ going
Kid
ahead and
Sway.
taking out the stairs.
Kid Sway taking down Leon. There's
Tricky
the
Vic to
refrag.
finish off the Kid Sway.
It's a good refrag. They need to make sure that they stay ahead on those bodies.
Bomb located by attackers.
A good push to open up Vic's third kill for the series.
Tricky's going to start droning in. I wonder if they're going to see Callus.
These angles that Smoke is holding, personally, I'm a fan of these angles, so unbiasedly, I kind of hope he gets the pick, not gonna lie.
And that's how you can see it working in action. Just being able to watch them behind that shield there.
But unfortunately, without any support from the team, these engagements,
there
it is. Smarmy to collect Smoke.
Smarmy
Second
picking up the
round
other
goes
two.
to NMSU. Congratulations, boys. Let us keep the
played.
good times rolling. I mean, oh, okay. You know what? It's a good showing from both teams. I am hoping that UNM's adjustments to their plays, are able to go ahead and I want to see them be effective because I do enjoy the iron sharpening iron, and I would love to see this really continue. And I do want to see UNM go ahead and get some picks.
I want to see a back and forth, not going to lie. I'm definitely going to be watching out for that Kid Sway, I believe, the Kid Sway. I saw one of those kills go on. There was a refrag that came with it because it seems like NMSU is doing well in traveling in groups and packs and making sure that they have a teammate there with them to support them.
Yes. A factor definitely leaving an impact across both rounds.
So they brought a mirror this time, keeping the smoke. Kaizen did do some pretty good angles with that smoke, and if they had enough support to be able to keep them on that door frame, I think we would have seen smoke be some heavy usefulness there in order to stop those three from pushing at the very end last round.
10 seconds to insertion.
Let's see.
We've
5
got
seconds to go.
one of NMSU's drones so far making the swing to rear
Attackers
stage
must
stairs.
locate and defuse the bomb.
It looks like we are going to get a rear building push. I think this is the north side of the building. Yes.
Yeah, we're on the northeast side by a big tower.
Let's see. Haka sees and decides I don't want any of that towards that tunnel. We might get a pick here. Oh, there it is. Haka does not see the broken window. That is unfortunate. Kid Sway being able to pick up another kill. That's why I had my eye on him. He seems like he wanted some revenge.
And he has collected, currently sitting at a 2-2, 0 deaths. Really, it's just a good showing.
Good show so far. U-Stick peeking this angle. Looks like he wants to take a meeting hall.
NMSU's entry going unanswered thus far.
Yeah, not much resistance, but we have some here. Oh, downstairs. Is this one to take that kill? Just trying to waste some time. The Kid Sway seems like he's being hunted at the moment.
And also still toying with the idea of popping the hatch for that play as well.
Saw the impact get flashed for
Flashes in, Wombat can't see.
Let's see, there's a spray, but Hibana takes that kill. We got Tricky Vic fragging out.
Good push as he came around, knowing Goyle was flashed or likely unable to answer that swing.
And as I had mentioned, they are traveling in packs. So far, the only person that's moving by themselves is U-Stick, but he is I've played with U-Stick before. He is very tactically inclined. He drones just about everything. He make sure to give comms to his team. As right now, we can probably see that suspect that they're talking to Tricky Vic right now.
Oh, of course. You can tell that the guys have really been eager to get back into the, no pun intended, but the swing of things.
Exactly. You know what they say, swing or be swung, right?
Yes, sir.
We got some drones dropping in freezer. Goyo went off, so they're trying to waste some time. They got 45 seconds.
Intel being
on the
collected
clock.
there. Is Solus seeing the drone presence?
Coming in. Pretty clutch right now. He was probably able to tell where the push is coming from just by that.
30 seconds on the clock. If we're able to get presence onto site, then we may still be able to lock this down.
That Goyo did come in. Oh shoot. This game very tense.
Isn't it?
Something's going on.
The boiler room stairs are going to be a deadly place.
Use of Leon, and there's a exchange.
10 seconds to go.
Spraying through the smoke. Tricky says, I don't want to be in this angle
Attackers drop
anymore.
the diffuser. Attackers recover the diffuser.
Unfortunately, the push falls apart in the final seconds, and UNM collects the round.
Collecting their first win of the game. I'm telling you, they just needed to feel each other out, and now we're in for a match. We're in for a fight.
Yes, sir. You can tell that by that point they were maybe a bit more prepared for the push to come in the way that it had.
More prepared, more confident for sure.
Yes, definitely. I'm wondering, does NMSU adjust, or do they hold the course and maybe see if that round was a fluke?
I think it might be time for a little adjustment, and we're seeing that they're bringing a Thatcher unless we swap sides.
NMSU's composition with me going to the
Attackers
one
need
more
to
time.
locate
We've
and
got
defuse as many bombs as
Ursa,
they can.
Iana, Thatcher, Buck, and Ace on the board.
Okay, that's a pretty solid setup.
Yes, and with the defensive lineup being comprised of Dot, Umai, that Solus presence, Smoke once more, and now the Vigil to help with that flank, or the counter rotate.
That Vigil, yeah, you bring the Iana with this on Leon. Might hurt them if they cross paths with that Vigil, and it's bad timing. But we'll see how that pays off, because if I'm not mistaken, Vigil will appear invisible on
10
for the
seconds
Iana
remaining.
as well, correct?
I believe so.
I won't see why not.
5 seconds to insertion.
Exactly. As essentially a hologram drone itself,
Attackers are moving out
it
to
would
locate
not
a
make
bomb and
sense for that
defuse it.
signal to get passed through.
Let's see. Another northeast spawn, heavy northeast, if that's not all of them.
Being that we're going back to the top site, I do assume that at this point UNM is ready to take
oh,
that
Tricky with the pick.
early onto the kid sway is definitely going to affect their push. NMSU looking confident as they continue to rush into Smarmy taking big tower.
Yeah, it looks like it was an attempt on Kid Tower, or Big Tower. Kid Sway might have tried to peek that. Did not end well for him. Not gonna lie, spawn peeking like that back to back is definitely risky. They were definitely expecting it more.
Yes, it is one of the things that you can't get too confident in it. Once the players recognize something may take place, we don't really allow you to get the pattern in. We just play it safe, and maybe that helps us take the rest of that round.
As we see that kind of paid off there for
Attackers
this
drop
team,
the diffuser.
being able to see the pattern, or not even want to let that pattern form.
We do have our hard breach, sorry, no, those were hard breach charges just going off on a tower wall. Castle looking to contest that fight, but from an angle that may leave him open and exposed to really being taken down, especially being that looks to be
Oh, but they get the pick. Wombat gets the pick.
a good answer in kind. Also forced to get the shield down. Ready to take that gunfight? I do not know if we are going to see them push that angle again.
I don't believe they will. I think they're just going to hold back. And there's the Iana getting taken out.
Haka getting a kill on a Kales?
Attackers have dropped the bomb. Attackers recovered the diffuser.
Kaizen
Bomb
seems to be
located
watching
by
that big
attackers.
window there. Haka pushing in, managing to take down Wombat, avenging his comrade. Let's
What a
see what
good
will
answer.
happen. Oh,
Kaizen with the shotgun.
Shoddy aiming for the ankles.
And it collects a kill.
There's a refrag right there. Tricky answering twice,
Took
taking Kaizen down.
What a great job cleaning up the round. Look at this scoreboard so far. I'm sure that this could be a round where maybe, do we see double digits? Do we
Might
see
see
double
double
digits for
digits.
multiple players is what I'm curious to see.
For multiple players, if it's going to be anyone at the moment, it's going to be Smarmy, unless we see a couple aces. Who knows? That would be very impressive, but with this competition, it's stiff.
Yes. Man, This is definitely what I was waiting for. It's just the opportunity to sit, enjoy the match, and really just
Attackers
see
need to locate
these
and defuse as many bombs as they
students
These
get.
mines.
Yes,
Just be able to, I don't know, enjoy themselves and the environment, but also just have the whole experience.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people get to be able to have this experience. And beneficial for everybody.
right. And what a great time we've had being able to build these environments that we can allow these students to come in and practice and really get that time in. It's not uncommon for us to have players that are unable to
10 seconds
really
remaining.
game like this without some of the resources that these schools provide to the players.
5
And so
seconds to go.
really to give the students a chance to ideally decompress, because yes, this is a competitive game, but of course we do these things because we genuinely have fun with it.
Exactly. And we go with this round starting off. We see Wombat with a cheeky little angle of watching front door. Personally, I haven't seen this one very often, but it could leave them exposed if they expect it. Let's see what it says. I'm watching the HP.
Once again, we see the Ursa, Thatcher, and Ace coming onto the field.
That Haka Osa has definitely been making some differences, being able to strategically take rooms just slowly at a time, even when there is resistance. Because Army takes some shots, knocks him, and confirms the kill.
Picks up his 7th for the board.
7th for the board. That's wanted to see if he can try that angle out himself.
Vic opening up game room while holding the long angle to contest any presence that may try to slow his team down.
That long angle definitely is going to come in useful here. If they manage to get some pressure going on the other side.
Wombat now starting to creep up from Freezer. Let's see if he collects a flank kill.
They need that refrag. They lost their Solus, and that Solus was not doing bad.
Not at all.
Tricky.
Now, I may not have noticed, but did we see the thorn traps really pull the attention off of any players opening up for the kill, or really, for the most part, did they just move?
I think they managed to stay unaffected from the traps.
Wombat collecting a big kill on a Smarmy.
No, there's that refrag. It's personal
Bomb
at this
located
point.
by attackers.
Okay. Haka wanting to challenge this angle against 2. And U-Stick wanting to see if they can get some crossfire going.
I don't believe that there's anyone holding that angle for the defense. Trophy punch.
If he gets
Lamai also taking a tricky things.
backing out.
Yep.
Yep, that was very smart because he felt that someone was there.
Yes.
There's that frag kill coming from Leon on Kaliz.
Remove Talon shield.
And a great frag into the tower hall.
Gemini's offline.
Diana busted to the connector.
Yeah, Ice. Listen. Ooh, double. There's a refrag again. This is a very close one. Diffuser going down.
Attackers activating diffuser.
Our timer begins.
It's Kaizen versus Eustace Leon Trick.
Kaizen to be dropped by Aiden Leon.
Leon. That Iana definitely was able to keep that pressure. Even if that Iana cannot shoot you, just thinking and hearing those footsteps that it generates, it messes with the player. It gets in your head.
Yep.
Especially after you know they know you're there.
NMSU holding at a score of 4-1.
Pretty solid advantage there for NMSU, but we see a mirror, vigil, smoke, Mago. I believe this was a setup that brought UNM some prosperity that one round. So I
Defenders,
wonder if they're
protect
trying
your
to
bombs
recreate
being defused by attackers.
downstairs as well.
Once again, on that downstairs side, I can definitely see that being the goal for UNM. The setup still opening on to Tarp Hall. And we are going to maintain the head holes for the E-Box. The Goyo Chargers, I feel like, do assist in that environment, because giving the defensive team the ability to select when they want to utilize them
10 seconds left
really
before insertion.
is a game changer. Of course, any attacker noticing that
5
that is on the
seconds
board
remaining.
will be cautious, maybe give the extra moment to drone out the intel, hoping to not be spotted or have that burst as they're trying to make their push.
Let's see. We're going to get some front door contesting. They might be trying to play that hatch there.
As far as the pacing for our push so far, it looks like NMSU is not wasting any time to get the intel, knowing and expecting certain aspects of the map to remain the same gives them plenty of confidence as they start to make their setup. Those Ursa shields on the map, I am definitely a fan of her presence. Of course, being exposed from the side angles makes it not, without that support to maybe catch your peaks, like something we may see out of Big Tower, you stick picking up on the Vigil's presence.
Yeah, we're seeing that big tower come into play here. Kitsway wanting to beat this angle here. Getting some shots down range, taking one in return.
NMSU unafraid to bombard the presence. Oh, but the refrag was immediate. UNM to collect a second. We are now at a 3-2. 3-3, we are dropping fast. And our NMSU continues to assert themselves into Boiler Room. My mistake. It looks like Vic is getting ready to set up on security. Maybe hoping to make them look in two places at once as he continues his push from Freezer. The noise, of course, is going to alert UNM to the presence of the Hibana around that area.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Should UNM collect that Hibana with that util already off on the board, certainly with 6 pellets left, he can still leave some impact on the map. There we go, the meeting hall. So now I really feel like we may see some aggressive plays from Tricky Vic. Knowing that he just has to maybe get some kills, help his team get the bomb down. Stacking again with Iana going in from E-Box. Looks like that intel is going to push deep, passing. Tricky Vic and taken down by Liston. Leon looking to collect a kill from E-Box Hatch. Pings going off, alerting of the defender's presence. More of my discs being set up to really help the team, and truly, in the final 15 seconds of the map, this could be what locks it down. Here we go. 15 seconds left, and we are at a 2-2, 10 seconds on the board.
2-2.
Presence coming in from Freezer. Looks like Bomb is looking for the opportunity to plant.
Yeah, Leon swinging in hard there.
1 second left. Do we get the plant
There's
off?
a peek.
And the defenders take their second round. UNM to hold us
Staying
up
in
at
it.
the 4-2.
Man, they wanted to recreate that, and I think they did it, didn't they? There it is, swapping sides.
I am curious to see how quickly we manage to finish out this round. Seeing a little bit of NMSU's attacker presence doesn't really give a lot of insight into what this defensive game may be like. Our roster is comprised of Mira, Kaid, Jaeger, Solus, Wumai, UNM bringing in the Ash, Thermite, Iana, Buck, and I will be a little faster next time. Ash!
And Ash. Seems like they might want to try a harder push. UNM, that is. At least that setup is comprised of mostly 2 speeds or 1 or 3 speeds. If I'm not mistaken, you can correct me if there's anything else in there.
No.
But kind of same going for the other NMSU. NMSU bringing a couple roamers. I wonder if they're actually be roaming.
I do assume that we
Yep, there we
see
are.
some roaming game.
Yeah, we got Tricky pushing or reinforcing the meeting hall hatch.
And Smarmy
10
getting right to
seconds to
work,
insertion.
pulling out that util on Solus, ready to help his team take out that
5
intel for the attackers.
That's going to come in handy,
Attackers are
especially if
moving
you
out
decide
to
to push
locate a
towards
bomb and
small,
defuse
but
it.
they're spawning northeast. Very common spawn from this game. And front door. Diffuser with Thatcher slash Callus. Tricky took a shot early.
Looking for peek, gets a little bit of lead in him in response. UNM undamaged so far.
So far, they're playing pretty safe, pretty slow, making sure that they drone in every corner, which is smart. They really don't know what to expect coming into this. And as I say that, we see that Smarmy is playing those stairs that, in my opinion, I've seen him hang around a lot recently.
And as it looks like we set up in blue barrels. Our team is looking to take top-down presence. However, that drone gets shot out by our Jackal.
UNM not sure if they want to push that angle quite yet, but we get some smokes in place, blocking the mirror.
EMP incoming.
Line of sight currently
Device is
cut
going
off.
dark.
So you may see that C4 get thrown out. There it is.
There's the ace.
NMSU able to take E-Box. Oh, at least to open it up, certainly.
Yeah, not much use from that mirror anymore on that wall.
We do have 2 of NMSU players playing on that B site ready to... hopefully they notice that that pressure is coming in from TARP.
I'm sure they've got some communications if they didn't see it themselves or hear it
Bomb
themselves.
located by attackers.
Liston seems prepared,
Jackal
but
aware of someone playing that Z area.
choosing to push down into
Think of the magnet as your lucky charm.
a little bit of a misthrow. It's okay.
Able to recollect that quickly. We love
Wasting
to see
no
that.
time. We got some engagement going on between Tricky and others. Looks like Callus.
Liston to drop Smarmy, Wombat to drop Haka. We are at a 5v3. Drop quickly answer to the 2v4.
1v4, 1v3, here we go. It's really starting to come down now, and there's a trade leading to the victory of
Going to the
UNM.
attackers. NMSU falls another round to UNM. UNM collecting our scoreboard currently sitting at the 4-3.
Looks like they're saying we're not going down without a fight. Even this first round, this first game. You might
UNM
actually
doing a good job to make sure to utilize all of that util in each opportunity to really take these
Attackers
openings.
need to locate
Yeah,
to
get the
be
most out of
bomb.
it.
Yes, to be able to open up E-Box and have it uncontested did not do NMSU any favors regarding the push and swing in from TARP to the connector that was left open.
Oh. Let's see. We're starting to get a dorms setup, game room setup going on there. Maybe making a wall.
Looked like a donut for a moment.
They look like a donut.
But let us check the scoreboard because I don't believe we have a donut in sight.
10 seconds left.
I don't think so either. If anything, we might have what you
5
predicted
seconds
earlier.
left
We
before
might see
insertion.
double digits from 2 separate people. I saw Smarty's on their 8th kill, if I'm not mistaken.
Attackers are moving
Yes,
out
and
to
Tricky
locate a
Vic
bomb.
collecting to tally up to 11 kills thus far. A good performance overall, showing at an 11 with, I believe that is 2 deaths on the board. So definitely performing well today for his team.
Definitely doesn't hurt. Let's see.
Smarmy's presence into, I believe that was not shooting range, but Kitchen Hall to go ahead and take Kitchen.
Kid Sway might be putting themselves in a little bit of a compromising position if they decide to push into big tower. Yep, which they are. If Solus gives that call,
And you know he will.
then you know he will. Tricky might be pushing down there, or vice versa. There's the frag grenade coming in, actually.
They are looking to eliminate that long flank game
They
from
are.
tower. Tricky Vic ready to take the gunfight.
Tricky decides to take it.
The
manages to
vertical
takes
gunfight
one,
yields 1 kill. Does he notice the second player?
and does not.
He will
Oh.
unfortunately be traded off by the Kids Wave. Yet another
there's
to
the rebound.
refrag. Smarmy collects to answer back in kind.
NMSU walking away, quote unquote, winning that engagement. But let's see how it pans out for the rest of the game.
UNM opening up game closet. It's a, what do you call that? Game closet? Master closet?
Big closet.
Big closet, I like it. Big closet.
Yeah, it's I would say game closet. If
Right,
you're
because it's
defending.
just like, that's where you open it.
Yeah, it might change between if you're attacking or defending.
We do have Solus playing in what appears to be security. Noticing the presence from main lobby. Will he try to slow them down? Or wait for them to come and hunt him down?
He is not alone. Smarmy, Haka being right there ready to support him / bait anybody into it. Looks like they're just missing each other, Haka and Liston. That corner barely blocking the visual between the two. Oh, Liston's starting to creep in forward. They might be
bomb
stepping
has
straight
been
into this
located.
trap.
Solis picking up on what appears to be, was not a phone, what was that? Someone's util, it looks like, went off.
Haka disengages. Let's see if Tricky would be able to win this, or Smarmy will be able to win this despite the HP difference. Barely misses the headshot.
The gunfight begins, let's see who takes.
There's the call coming down. We have support. He heard the sprinting. Yep. Just took a couple shots.
Haka ready to swing the Z angle.
Haka is still taking no damage right now, so Ursa realizes he's in a disadvantage and decides to break.
Leon dropping Kale.
Attackers found the
Very well, there they are, picking up the stragglers. And we're one kill off of that double digits. Dang.
Is Ustick looking to collect double digits?
I saw that. He's really working for it now.
I'm telling you, some of these players have been really, they've enjoyed the scene for quite some time, and they're just ready to throw their best game out. Hopefully, they're not throwing their best game out because, you know, don't want to show our hand too early. Just getting started. Friendly games, of course, friendly games.
Friendly games.
Frost, Solis, Jaeger, Cade, and Thorn coming out for the defenders, followed by Ash, Amaru, Iana, Jackal. Man, I told myself I'd be a little faster.
attackers need to locate and defuse
And
as
Ash!
many
Huh,
bombs as
go
they
figure.
can.
I do want to see a little bit more of that Maverick play. How effective is that util being played?
I can see Maverick coming in and using this particular room in blue. Just trying to get those like right on that wall right there, right on B actually. To get some kill holes open, maybe relatively low. Catch some defenders, especially when they're panicking.
10 seconds
Push on their
remaining.
angles.
I do like the method of use that Haka is going for with those thorn traps.
5
Noticing
seconds
that
left.
he may have unintentionally been cutting off the effectiveness of the range, I think he may have
Attackers must
repositioned it to be
locate and
closer
defuse
towards
the
the
bomb.
inside of Laundry.
This is what we were talking about in Iron Sharpens Iron. Start perfecting those small things that you've been implementing into your gameplay. Orange team spawning in the northeast side over by construction, I believe that's a spawn point.
Yeah, it's construction big tower around that area. They definitely are. That was a construction spawn. Construction site spawn. What do you think of these? Man, I forget what they're called, but
Those
They-
jammers?
yes, the ones that
Yes.
deny the line of sight.
I think they're pretty interesting. It definitely changes up the way you're going to
Attackers have
be
located a
coming
bomb.
at things. Like, for instance, I'm seeing
Drone
some
drop in
damage
blue.
coming out. Smarmy taking some hits.
Sitting
Tricky
at
dead.
1 health, Tricky. Oh,
Dodges some bullets, catching Callus.
into tarp.
Tricky goes down by the Wombat. Looks like we got another refrag there. Leon taking down Wombat. This is why you want to have your friends ready. You stick decided to make that angle.
Drop the defuse.
Collecting a kill on a tarp.
Perfect. Listen wants to intervene. I can sense it, but he's so far being contested by Smarmy and has him guessing where he is. So we're trying to drone in, trying to find him.
And as we come up on our 1 minute 30 mark, then UNM definitely feeling the pressure coming in from NMSU at the moment, knowing that they either need to drop kills or be able to effectively
Oh, here we go.
cease the push. There we go, the kid Sway collecting a kill on a Ash.
Kid sway, kid sway.
My apologies. Ash collecting the kill onto Solus.
You stick wanting to see if he's gonna, if Kid Sway's gonna be pushing that angle, which
And collecting the drone, slowing down, forcing the push to come in. Now, Iana carrying the additional ability to use the util as a drone itself is not terribly affected by the loss of the drone, but you don't want to be sitting down in the final 45 or 30 seconds that we are coming up on.
Yep, waiting for your cooldown to finish. Oh, and there it is.
Abandoning the body in security, do we see a swing or support come in?
Make that one drop. Yep, there's the drop. Peeking the wall. There's some exchange going on there.
NMSU aware of the pressure coming in, seeking to stop it in freezer.
Getting on that head glitch angle, but I don't think you all have time to be waiting for him to see if they'll peek you. I don't know if they will.
A 20-second game, I don't think that this finishes in UNM's favor.
UNM's gonna have to push in there
15
hard and
seconds to
just
go.
watch their angles and go for it, but there's the nitro, making sure
10 seconds remaining.
Haka picking up a kill.
5 seconds left.
Kidsway wanting a last burst of energy, but getting taken down.
By Leon.
Leon's really, we've seen Leon a couple times in these last 2 rounds. His name's coming up a few times.
Ready to come in and support the team to
Mhm.
close us out.
Yeah, Leon's been anchoring, if I'm not mistaken, so we haven't seen much of the roaming game going on for him, but they've definitely been taking some kills, the vital ones for sure.
Yes. I'm curious to see, do we see any switch up as we play our match point? Or will
Castle.
we potentially be?
Tricky bringing out a castle. I'm not familiar much with Tricky's castle playstyle.
I think that if I'm correct, that the team is pretty comfortable with that castle presence being in the field. It definitely helps out the
Attackers
team.
need to locate
Of course,
and
we will
defuse
see
bombs.
maybe that util fall quickly to some devices, but it is still good to like slow down.
Because we do have an Ash, but the Ash is switching off to... I can't recognize that.
Solus picking up the HP by Big Tower, unfortunately unable to collect. All 5 players retaining on the attacker side, retaining their drones as they set up. 10 seconds on the board. This looks like a
10
round where
seconds
UNM may
remaining.
be able to utilize that intel. Oh, our first drone shot off the board,
5 seconds left.
lost by Kaizen, right?
Kaizen.
Kaizen R6.
Attackers are moving out to
R6.
locate a bomb and defuse it.
Rest in pieces, drone. Or parts.
Rest in parts, I feel, is appropriate.
Let's see. Looks like we got another like pincing push from Big Tower and front door.
That Rooney almost getting blocked out by Castle. Glad that that was passed along and conveyed to maybe hold off on that for the moment.
That could have been interesting play of events if they finished that reinforcement. Or they would have had to. Azami would have had to just play outside or tear it down.
How do you feel about kitchen meeting versus what is the other alternative?
Kitchen meeting.
You do rear stage?
Is
No,
it
no, that
also
is
like
rear.
meeting? Is it
No.
also involving kitchen?
It's the other side that I can't think of at the moment. Is it showers?
Oh yeah, it's the room right next to showers, like in between showers and little tower.
Yes.
That one right there.
Yes.
I personally like the downstairs, that second one, just because if you can hold that little tower, it's really easy for you, and even if you sacrifice it, you can still solid anchor.
That pre-fire being answered by Aiden. Unfortunately, Tricky Vic falls to Kaizen.
Kaizen picking up that kill.
Big kill on UNM side, showing that they are ready to play the round
They
in its
are.
entirety.
They're definitely taking their time on this push. Kidsway wanting to get some action going.
Unaware that their player singing
Shots.
Dorms collects.
Yep.
At the same time, Smarmy and Leon drop back to back. Wombat refrags off of Leon.
Haka's downstairs, wanting to see if they can somehow make their way back up.
If we see Smarmy's res, we sit at the 3-3 coming up on the minute mark.
Smarty is slowly bleeding out, everything fading to black.
Unfortunately,
I think someone's going to confirm.
yes, and
Attackers recovered the bomb
no
diffuser.
one able to get that res off. Smarmy goes down as listing collects. We do see the Ram on the board.
UNM playing vertical at the moment.
Contact!
Let's see, what angle are they gonna decide to push down? Haka wanted to intervene through the back.
Ustick and Haka effectively holding down rear
Attackers
stage.
dropped the diffuser.
Ram looking for some vertical action with no answer, no opportunity available to them.
They really do just have to run out this clock here. It's coming down to 15 seconds on
15 seconds left.
Ustick and Haka fully aware of this, playing very patient.
10 seconds to go.
Haka, you can tell, is ready to take those gunfights.
But the plant's going down
seconds
in
left.
B. Bar Kitchen used to getting an angle, but getting taken down by
Attackers
Wombat.
activated
Haka
the-
swinging.
Needing to take that double gunfight. Unfortunately, he is unable to collect. UNM able to hold us out. We sit at a 6-4.
6-4. Liston coming in, making sure that they are in this.
What do you think we're going to see out of our 11th round? Currently, NMSU still sitting on the defensive half. UNM successfully taking their attacking rounds.
They are. They are. I was thinking that maybe UNM would be more defensive oriented, but it seems like they're putting up just more, if not more, of a fight here on attacking team. They're bringing Maverick, Zofia coming out this time, so that could be interesting. As Zofia with some concussions could be good for this push here.
From being defused
We
by
don't have a
attackers.
Jaeger to respond.
Yet it looks like maybe they're going to try to allow players to push into tight corners. We see the Legion on the board, as well as the Thorn. Both util devices able to slow down, maybe force the attackers to maybe keep their eyes in multiple places at once.
Or even just rechange their whole push altogether, which is going to burn more time, which we've seen that has been a problem for UNM, is their not necessarily time management, but it's been their decision on which angle to push. They're kind of wanting to see all their options before they get down, before they actually decide,
5 seconds
which is
left.
starting to eat away at their time. It's a smart strategy, but
Attackers' objective is to
3
locate
minutes
a bomb
is not
and
a lot of
defuse it.
time to work with.
No, they did well to finish out that last round and come out with the W, taking
They
us
did.
into our 11th round.
And they played relatively slow, if I'm not. Let's see. Seems like it's still going the cautious route. Back when it's big, but gets taken down by Tricky.
Opening up, leading the defenders to have the advantage.
There's that round being responded. Oh, feels like deja vu almost, huh? Just like on the other foot.
Exactly, I was going to say it was a little different, and I believe it was listed to take us up to the first run-out kill, and unfortunately it didn't end well for him. However, his teammate able to answer back in kind, taking Smarmy off the board, who was the very individual to take Liston's run-out and tell him to, well, maybe take that back inside. Game wall opening up.
Exciting game coming through so far. We're getting some
Attackers have located a bomb.
fire coming through that wall, not gonna lie. That wall's getting torn up.
Yes, and the upside down repel play
There
from
it
Armory
is.
is a strong angle, but one U-stick is aware of and looks like he is ready to contest.
He is, with that mirror there. I'm wondering if Zofia was hoping that this would make all the difference.
1 minute 30 left on the board, and our attackers still have every bit of util that they need to successfully take site
But
should
can
their
take him
gunfights cut in
down.
their favor.
U-stick there.
Unfortunately, the kid sway drops.
Yeah, Ustick was definitely watching that angle, expecting that push. Whether it be he heard it early or he's seen it seen it a million times.
Reloading!
The setup coming in, looks like we may see the dorm push. A rotate coming from Liston.
Yeah, Callus deciding maybe they want to push those stairs there.
That presence down Z may yield a kill, and it indeed does.
There it is. Callus and then relocating, you know, hit him quick, hit him hard, then relocate.
To be out of the way before Vic comes to answer, yet
Oh,
is
was
Vic
that through the wall?
the swing is going to be the downfall of Callus.
But there's that refrag.
By this,
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
Listen, definitely holding us down on this, holding him down on this last round here.
they quickly drop to the 2-1 as we hit our 30-second
Oh.
mark.
Getting hit right there. It's still winnable in my opinion, but 24 seconds.
Was that shot coming from trophy or tower?
Trophy. I want to say.
Listen aware of the player holding the beam corner.
Seconds left.
There's that nitro. Ooh, just
Unfortunately,
barely
10
misses.
seconds remaining.
land.
Don't know if he knows that there's
5
one
seconds
to
left.
the left. There
To
it
be
is.
dropped, Leon to close us out. We sit at the 7-4. A good first map from NMSU and UNM.
Good half indeed by Wambek Heisen. Good sportsmanship.
We head to break. Oh, sorry, we're actually back at the desk. Hello, my
Hi.
mistake.
That was an exciting game we just witnessed. We saw 3 people hitting double digits right there on the NMSU team. And UNM just shy of that with one person at 9.
Yes, not bad at all, and I believe I saw an 8 and a 5. So, and we are going into first map of NMSU versus UNM, we saw the round count go to the 7-5. UNM answering very well to NMSU's defensive half.
Yeah, we saw definitely a back and forth once UNM went on that attacking side, if I'm not mistaken. Once that round switched.
Oh.
Once that round switched, we definitely saw that they were answering back, maybe traveling more in packs and making sure that they were having someone there to get those refrags. Those refrags definitely make a huge difference.
Yes. And we saw a phenomenal round out of UNM when they were on that their attacking rush. So I'm eager to see how this second map plays out for us. We are getting ready to cut to the game, so
We're getting ours in the chat. So we're going to go ahead and get us started on this, I believe.
yes, we are getting ready to go to game.
We're opening up on club map from what it looks like. Clubhouse, I mean.
Yes. What kind of bands are you expecting out of club, though?
You know what? Let me see. Who made a huge difference on attack last round? We saw Ace getting used heavily, so I wouldn't be surprised if we lost Ace on this game for attacking. On defense, Solus was making a huge difference, but I know that we have a Solus main being either tricky on NMSU side, so I'm not sure if they'll try to maintain that.
The Maverick is definitely a strong band on club, so that is going to really affect how the attackers are going to need to really knock out that util that's going to deny them the ability to knock down their walls.
And it looks like UNM is taking a word from Lady Gaga and saying to stop calling my phone, banning that Dokkaebi, and also Mira on defense. So they're kind of targeting whoever that was playing Mira that last game. They were making a huge difference. Who was it? It wasn't Tricky.
I would assume maybe either. Ooh, that is tough. I want to say we possibly saw Haka on the Mira playing that E-Box.
I can see that, yeah. I remember that.
And then Cade to finish us out.
Cade did bring a lot of utilization in that last map and brings a lot in this one too. There's just groups of walls that are always in pairs that you can definitely throw those on, or hatches, depending on what objective map you're choosing. And Cade's just your most effective pick for blocking those out.
And with Thatcher, Ace, Iana, and Buck with the Thermite on the board, our attackers are not looking to waste much time.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by
They
attackers.
want to destroy these walls. Smarmy bringing that Valk, so they're taking advantage of the lack of the Valkyrie ban this round.
And personally, I am a fan of the, what I would say, what is that, maybe a three-man combination of the Zombie, Aruni with the Valk. Not only is it that counter, really util or presence on the map, it asserts intel for the defensive team, and also allows for really that Azami and Aruni to help
5 seconds to go.
deny presence. You know, they're not gonna let the attackers
Attackers are moving
take
out to
much
locate
space
a bomb and defuse it.
when they're pushing site.
You can see Haka already messing around with that angle that they just created on that long hallway with those boxes. That Azami's definitely going to become useful for whoever decides to peek that on defensive team.
Leon pushing dirt.
Dirt.
Well, not pushing dirt so much as holding.
We're getting some early drones coming in. They
With
don't want
Ram's
them to
util on the map, I really still believe that our attackers have a good opportunity and chance to set up effective pushes onto their site.
Yeah, they did bring a Ying instead of and a Ram. Yeah, they did switch up a few of their operators, but still maintaining their heartbeat from their Habana. And Habana does have diffuse, so in my opinion, that's probably one of the best ways to have it.
Val contesting the kid sway from bathroom.
Yeah, Kidsway getting some good shots off, but none of them connecting, taking about 25, maybe a little less damage in that exchange.
Blue hatch has been opened and Smarmy sitting on the second floor. I do believe we have probably about another 15 to 30 seconds before we see Smarm go ahead and start closing in for some flank kills.
Yeah, I think Smarmy's definitely wanting to play the long con here wanting to wait until they get in some engagement so they could kind of third party. U-Stick holding blue stairs.
Attackers have located a
Wombat
bomb.
losing a little bit of health.
Engaging Swarmy, is that what it is?
I believe so. They traded bullets with Wombat looking to come out a little more damage than Smart.
Oh, Smarmy picking up a kill as well as U-Stick. That's a 3 versus 2, or 3 versus 5, my bad.
Oh, no, that's okay. It's definitely not the upside down 2, of course. Buck off the board, however, Ram still present, meaning that vertical plays or knocking down any soft floors are going to yield some angles for the team still.
Wombat getting a few more shots in, wanting that kill, but does not
Unable
take
to
it.
collect. Valk going down in kennel finally.
Finally, but they definitely did some damage there. I wonder if Callus is going to be able to maybe mitigate that damage with getting a few kills on their own.
40 seconds left, and we sit at the 4-2.
Diffuser is down, if I'm not mistaken. I know Hibana had it, and I don't think Callus grabbed it.
Down in lounge, and I'm not sure we see the attackers collect.
Listen is going to be trying to get that diffuser.
Looks like NMSU backed off of bomb, knowing that no matter what, they sit with the time in their favor.
UNM just barely picking up the diffuser. We're going to 15 seconds. This is going to be very close. Callus picking up the slack, but getting
Armory
taken down.
unfortunately able to stop the, well, denied. Just plain and cleanly, they were denied. The
Oh.
drop came in and blue cleanup, used it collecting Liston from, was that blue?
That
See, he
was
swung blue,
Yeah,
right?
swinging blue right there. Boom.
He did not. He managed to collect the kill while still remaining in armory.
It's a cheeky angle. Good placement in case there was anyone else left alive.
Yes. You can really tell how comfortable players are with the game at times with the positioning choices that they make. While Ustick did have the option of pushing forward to take the kill, it would have also left him exposed. So say the 180 flick comes around and denies that, then what do? You're a man down. The plant could still very much be alive. So I think a good round from both teams overall, but NMSU
Attackers
able
need
to
locate
take
and
the round.
defuse as many bombs as they can.
Well, let's see how we open up. We did have a similar opening in the last game where NMSU managed to make up the first 2 rounds relatively easy. So let's go ahead and see if UNM can respond in any way, shape, or form.
And Smarmy bringing out the legend Fenrir on the board with Ella, supported by Rooney and Azami as well. Vic bringing the ADSs. I am sure that NMSU has some tricks up their sleeve.
I was about to
And
say.
I do enjoy that long angle because I do see the head hole looking through construction towards bedroom. No castle on the board, so I believe they're expecting to have some inside presence pretty quickly.
Yeah, we can see that they're definitely taking a mischievous route with their picks. All these characters able to be there, engage, and then breaking off, whether it be also disrupting you with Ella's explosives, Fenrir's just utility in general, Rooney making other holes, and Ella bringing their shotgun. Like, we know that if Ella wants to be in your face, she's going to stay there and she's going to tear you apart.
And I do like what I feel like is a little bit of control being exercised by both U-Stick and Haka. Both players opting to keep one util in the pocket should the situation require a little bit of an extra presence, you know, either in the form of that cone going down or maybe just the extra zombie kunai going to
Block some shots.
Yes.
Smarmy again, picking up another kill. This one being on list, and we saw that a little while ago. I think it was U-Stick taking, or not U-Stick, it was, who had captain? I think it was Haka. Haka taking down Kid Sway in the garage. So we're getting some early picks here towards NMSU.
The bathroom angle opened and answered by Kaizen collecting his kill on Tricky Vic.
Wanting another one, wanting to make sure to even out the playing field, but I'm not sure if this might bite.
Thermite looking to drone stairs from bar. Unsure if he finds anything, any useful bit of intel.
Haka and Wombat just barely missing each other. They're both on their own individual missions. But Wombat's mission might take him towards Haka. Nope.
Drone taken out, a little bit of denial, said no, you can go ahead and not be here, thank you.
That drone did not get taken out. That drone got destroyed. Like, there's nothing left. Nothing left.
And Haka in a very fortunate position with the second kunai being able to be planted.
Exactly what you were saying. Being able to cop one for later. Definitely makes a difference.
Whoa! Wombat noticing that Ella cone going out and able to take it down before it arms itself.
That could have made a difference, but it looks like a second one may have came out.
Yeah, I'm not too sure there, but if that was a bait strat, I think that's actually really nice.
Solid.
Made me look twice.
Mm-hmm.
Bomb going down, Kaizen planting in what appears to be, is that our A site?
Attackers
that's
are
Jim.
activating the diffuser.
Yep, that's in gym corner. Right by door frame. I wonder if they're going to try to get a long gap. They're getting a long angle from outside. Leon wanting to contest through the bedroom. And Haka engaging from hallway.
Gym player is down.
Kaiser just got to watch that objective. Oh, managing to take one down, but here comes the call. Will he be able to reposition in time? Smarmy.
They will look
Side
to
one for
bait.
the defuse.
Will he bite the bait?
Should do, but it gets
Answered
blocked.
and denied. NMSU takes the second round. A good round from both teams though overall. Had that engagement, maybe it was a pre-fire that like, exposed him,
Yeah.
really led the player holding from outside of that bathroom hallway to take that knowing that that push was coming. You know, if the player's going to rush and you know you're expecting it, why not lean out and hit the shot?
Yeah, yeah. That was definitely some, that was a good objective capture from the attacking team at UNM, and also really good objective recapture from NMSU. It's just so far both teams performing, but one of these teams just being able to outdo the other at the moment. Haka seems like they're wanting to play garage again, maybe be able to pick up a cheeky pick if someone wants to come try to get some revenge. That's someone being Kid Sway.
We do see a composition that you would come to expect when you know that they are playing the server cache site. We see the Thermite backed by the Thatcher, giving more opportunity for some hard breaches to go off with the Ace. And then, of course, we have our soft destruction in the form of Buck and Iana for the intel game.
Yeah, that's a solid lineup for this objective. We do also, talking about the other team now, NMSU, we have a pretty typical, not typical, but setup going on in garage. Zombie picking up, making sure that they have some cover / pressure in there. Some Jaegers trying to disable some grenades if they try to frag them. No easy kills for UNM. Not today. It looks like they're not going to want to contest that garage though, because it's definitely always going to be a fight, regardless.
What's one place you would not want to trigger a fin rear?
Let me see. One place I wouldn't want to trigger a fin rear. Honestly, cache. There's just destructible walls everywhere.
Ooh, so
and
close. The
vertical.
correct answer is bathroom. I
Really?
don't want a fin rear to catch me when I am
Hands
in the
down.
bathroom. Oh, well, thank you for finishing the thought. Please remember, we're a family show. There's things we can account for, and sometimes, you know, it's gas.
It's toilet tumor.
Toilet humor. I like it.
Smarmy getting taken down by the Kid Sway, managing to get a refrag from that last round.
That is a good opening kill for UNM to begin to assert themselves.
Yep. Let's see if Sway's going to be the one leading this charge, or if it's going to go ahead and pass the momentum onto somebody else.
Our bomb carrier missing but a hair of health. The whole team looking good to establish themselves and start to really get ready for their push.
I just don't think Cal has managed to see who was on stairs.
Located by attackers.
That window that they're right outside of.
Changing
If they
mags.
decide to push that, we might see a peek there.
We have our push into cash coming in the way of Iana, supported by, was that the bomb carrier? No, that is Thatcher. Wombat there to support the Kid Sway as they begin to assert some.
Oh, they're
Pressure.
coming in through the side door, though.
Do
coming
we
up
see the
stairs.
frag? Collect a kill. Close.
Oh, Iana's down. Being brought down by Haka.
With the long angle, very safe set up from the soft hole that they opened, covered by the Azami kunai.
Your stick gets knocked.
Attackers bomb diffuser
Kills get
has been
confirmed
dropped.
there. Tricky Leon picking him up.
40 seconds, well, about 40 seconds left, and we were looking at a 3-2 if, possibly a
Just pick
2-2
it up.
if Thunderbird is not able to get that res off. Do we see her health stim in sight?
That's what I was looking for. I don't think I do. They might have either been destroyed or not deployed.
A good wall bang will really make sure, should that happen, that UNM is able to get their bomb planted. However, I do not see anyone carrying the bomb at the moment.
Oh, shoot.
20
Yeah,
seconds
last round
left,
was
no
Callus.
bomb carrier.
Callus had
Haka
bomb
has been
last.
dropped.
Attackers have recovered.
There it is. UNM picking up the diffuser, but getting taken down by Leon. Leon holding strong on that objective.
10 seconds to go.
Leon dropping low. Haka getting res off, but getting taken down. Liston making sure to put his strap up his boots and just taking down this team.
The C4 unable to collect, but the swing, Aiden
there
is
it
able to
is.
collect and deny the plant from Liston. 3 rounds go to NMSU, UNM.
Smart plays.
Yes. Good pushes. Really, you know, you can tell it was coming down when you need your anchor to, well, be an anchor.
Yep. Oh,
Then,
100%.
then the attacking team has done a good job. They can, if they can really establish themselves maybe a little faster, because like you mentioned earlier, it seems like they are taking their time to have their setups where NMSU is unafraid to not only make plays, but you can see it seems like at times they're almost improvising on the fly and working together to maybe open those chances to collect that kill. Maybe a refrag, knowing that it has to be in the hand.
I definitely see that. Where we see a lot of sacrifices, quote unquote, I will say, coming from the NMSU UNM team. They definitely realize that when one of them is knocked and they're in the middle of a combat, they don't prioritize that res. They're prioritizing making sure that they're applying pressure and denying that push. And I'm not sure if coming at that situation a little bit different might lead to different results, but at the moment, anytime NMSU has been in that position, they've still been able to pull through, so it's not affecting them as much. If UNM could hold on to their units, pieces, players longer, then I think this could maybe swing towards them.
Out to locate a bomb and defuse it.
Couple rounds. And we got Kid Sway with the bomb. Running diffuser, pushing front door.
Our attacking operator lineup still is selecting to bring in not only Buck, but also bringing in the Ram. They aim to open something. You can tell that is the goal.
Oh, yeah.
We will open the floor, we will open the wall, and then of course with that Lion as well to help that team, identify maybe when that flank is coming in. Ying ideally is not going to flash her teammates in this mix. Ideally. Who would do that unintentionally, on accident, on occasion? I mean, that was wild stuff.
Totally not me.
No.
Yeah, those things you sometimes have no control over, man. We got Smarmy watching that hatch, but Wombat deciding to disengage it and just hit the hatch in. Is that kitchen?
Yes, that is kitchen hatch, and a very safe way to do so. With that upside down rappel, the only thing you're worrying about is maybe a run out, something like that on the wall, but it looks like Wombat is already in construction, so the team is setting themselves up.
Although Hibana, I believe, is taking some shots. Wombat getting taken down by Smarmy.
Was that Smarm and is that Logi? The duo refrags. Smarmy goes down to Kaizen.
That's a big one. That's a big one. So right now, top fraggers so far, we've seen a lot of Tricky and Leon. Hawk has also been a solid anchor. So its lineup's still solid, and it's still an even match. HP advantage going towards UNM.
Church appeared to be locked down by U-Stick and Tricky Vic. I am curious to see, do we get any flank action?
Tricky's actually knocked at the moment. I wonder if we're going to get a res here. He is an objective. U-Stick going for the res, realizing they cannot lose that piece. Haka watching the rotation.
The Lion drone, has that been fired? Are we seeing?
I don't believe so. No, we've seen one.
I see. Oh, I didn't, but I do now.
Second one's going off now, if I'm not mistaken. I just saw it get utilized.
I believe you're right, as Haka appears to be holding steady, anchoring behind his barrier. The Kiba barrier, thank you. I was thinking kunai, earlier, and I remember now what it's actually called. That is the Kiba barrier.
Kiba barrier.
Ying denying that shield use, collecting a kill.
Another one pushing in the dirt. That call going out. Haka watching the hatch, recognizing the call and relocating from what it looks like. Oh!
16 seconds on the board. We sit at a 3-2, UNM leading.
Oh, Kid Sway wanting to get in there, but I'm not sure. There's the pre-fire. Oh! Azami coming out on top. Haka making sure that D sees some action, trying to pick up another frag, and the time runs out.
Able to spin the timer. Fantastic round, Haka. Very well played.
You got to play smart. This is the second time that we've seen NMSU really utilizing that time. They were utilizing that time when they're on defense.
the scoreboard looking a little different for us this time around with Haka leading the charge. Definitely a map that, you know, he is ready to show out for the team on.
I agree. I think that Haka definitely did a good job last round, but maybe Oregon just is one of those maps where it's just a mid for him. This might be one of the maps that speak to him.
And defuse as many bombs as they can.
Because we've seen a lot of good plays, a lot of good anchors, a lot of good rotations. If I'm not mistaken, Haka's been our Azami. Yep. That suppressed Capcan. I don't think people really expect a suppress round.
And it looks like the team is, UNM is opting to go ahead and trade out that Lion for the Thermite. Possibly not seeing quite the effective use out of that.
They hoped.
Yeah.
They
How-
definitely kept him in place, but didn't help them get into the objective, is what I'm
10
seeing with
seconds
that
left.
pick.
Right, and again, the returning lineup including Iana, Ace,
5 seconds
Buck,
left before
and
insertion.
Thatcher. Ideally, UNM is
Attackers
going
must
to
locate
adopt
and
maybe
defuse
a
the bomb.
different play style. If they're playing slow, maybe we see a little more aggression, or potentially they take a little bit more time to get the intel to act on and not independently. Really be ready for those refrags like they were last game. Really, it's time to gauge, you know, how... This is a good map to gauge how well you can contest, you know, the momentum swing.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. It's very close quarters. There's some at long angles, so if you have a good communication and well placement with your team, there's just a lot of potential there.
The cam going out in garage. We are unsure if that intel was passed along of his presence, but able to collect the kill.
Yep, Tricky picks up Liston, which Liston picked up a few kills last game, so or last round, so that definitely did some damage. I'm sure UNM's feeling that one.
And UNM also getting ready to open, what is that, tub wall? Yes.
Some light contesting going on here.
The kid's way aware.
Peeking.
Unaware of the player sitting in red though.
A little too long on the pre-fire, getting taken down.
Collected by Smarmy.
Yeah, Smarmy. Definitely has a different attack pattern.
Bathroom all
Mobs.
open as well, so that fight really extending a little further than UNM may like.
Leon getting taken down. Let's see if we can get the confirmation. There's a confirmation.
A bomb has been located.
Kaizen and Jim able to start to establish team presence.
Oh, taking damage. Callis. Kaizen.
With the safe feet, it looks like we do see bomb go down. 1 minute on the clock.
Smarmy.
Timer
oh,
begins and
denying
denied!
the planted, picking up
Smarmy,
three.
big swing.
Smarmy making a huge difference with that push. I'm not sure if they just weren't expecting it, but that was crazy.
They were not prepared for that, and hitting all of his shots, the man collects 3 kills. A big, it was, what, we were a half a second away from it being a retake,
A retake.
but no
point in
retake this
retaking.
round.
No.
NMSU takes us to a 5-0 with UNM.
Smarmy definitely went for a Hail Mary attempt, but it paid off 100%.
Of course.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We are back to Cash and CC.
UNM really wanting, or NMSU, this is them now feeling it out on the defensive team.
Well, NMSU has been our defensive right. They could close it out if I think it was it 3 rounds leads to the switch. So UNM has to take at least 3 before it rotates.
Barrier activated.
Which definitely, you know, they're long games, potentially anyways. But
5 seconds
it
to go.
is a format that allows teams to experiment. You know, some of these plays maybe need some adjustments, some fine tuning, which is really what these matches are for.
If anything, they might be taking this opportunity to see what works and what doesn't.
Thatcher, Thermite, Iana, Ace, and now Capital coming onto the board. We are not seeing a whole lot of variety coming out of our attacker lineup when these attempts are not going, they're just not working out as well as they'd hoped. Bandit's still a very strong operator to deny, and it looks like that Bandit tricking is successful. I believe it's EMP went down, the nade takes out Leon. No more Bandit tricking, that wall is open.
They've still got a mute, but that wall definitely is not there anymore.
Smarmy to contest the open CC wall. Another player mute supporting from red stairs.
Couple quick peeks coming in, and there's that kill from Wombat.
I believe we may have seen a player make an entry from Kennels, so we may see that red stairs.
Attackers have located a bomb.
UNM leads with the 5 to NMSU's 3. This could be a plant round, or maybe a kill round. We still see 1:40 on the clock, so should they just decide to maybe play aggressively, that is an option for them.
I think swinging on a player down low. There it is, Tricky taking out Kid Sway. Just barely saw that. And then retreating back towards blue, wanting to see if they could play any other angle. Sorry, I cut you off there.
No, not at all.
Wombat taking out Hawk. Oh my goodness.
Oh, and the shotty comes through, still taken out, traded out by Callus.
Defuse going down.
And Liston closes it out, dropping Tricky Vic from, would that be drum to, or moto? What is it? Garage.
Yeah, garage. Bikers.
Yes.
Ooh, man.
UNM takes the round. And, oh, okay, so it looks like it is that, you know, we played 6 rounds and then it rotates, something like that.
So we got Smarmy sitting at the top for NMSU's team, Kaizen being the main top fragger, quote unquote, but they all seem pretty level right now, definitely working together, we're definitely working on calls. We saw in that last round there was refrag after refrag, it was definitely back and forth. We need to see more of that if UNM wants to stay in this. They can't leave these kills unattended, unanswered.
The frost trap being brought out to go ahead and assist with some of these windows. Maybe taking some pressure off of the team. Of course, you need to be able to act on intel should that be shot out, but
Bomb located by
it
attackers.
definitely is going to be something that will hopefully when your attackers are looking up, not down, you're able to stop that, at least for the moment. And I believe we've already seen the adjustment go through for Buck now, where players are able to res themselves. Opting to do so, however, leaves him critically wounded. I believe they are like a one-shot. And they leave a trail of blood as they walk around after.
Oh, I see.
Whether or not this is offset by maybe like a stem or anything like that, I'm unsure of. However, we don't see any health operators on the board for our defenders.
Now it looks like the damage that's going to be done is going to be permanent.
Oh, right. Sorry, not the defenders, the attackers, because we would need, Finka, I think. Finka.
So far, Liston playing bedroom. Got Haka wanting to get that wall open, which they successfully do.
Sparing little time.
And there weren't really any denies, like characters to deny that entry. So they kind of just gave that open, that wall for them.
Right.
I think they might be resorting to the characters that they're most comfortable with. That could just be me making an assumption, but we'll see how they handle the recoil on these weapons coming from UNM.
With the util on the board, I think that they definitely open the defenders up to, you know, get some kills, really deny, because they don't have to peek so anything. Contest coming from lounge entry in the garage.
A lot of pre-fires going on here. You can tell everybody here is wanting to see if they could get any early shots to try to get an advantage.
With 1:30 on the board and all 10 players left with full health, this actually could be an exciting final minute.
This is definitely going to be a big one. For UNM, the pressure is going to be on them for sure. It's not the match point, but every one of these is definitely going to be feeling like it.
NMSU successfully establishing solid lines of sight that not only allow their players to be flexible in the positions that they take for some of these long engagements, they are also able to, you know, throw in a little chaos with the drones, as you can see. Smarmy being triggered by the Fenrir smoke, unable to see really anything at all.
Oh!
Attempts to get a shot, he is so close.
I think there's a deployable shield there, if I'm not mistaken. I heard some teams. Let's see if I was correct on that one. Oh! Smarmy managed to pick up that kill by Kaizen, but then Kaizen
From
getting...
Cash. And Callus collecting Smarmy.
Well done, Callus.
Haka in.
Haka in, but gets taken down, unaware of those kill holds to their right.
Ustick and Leon are having to really take this contest if they wish to get that plant off in CC.
It's too
16
late.
seconds on the clock. No opportunity.
Changing mag.
No opportunity at all. They're gonna have to force they push this angle here. And the team is prepared for it.
With the 4-2, however, UNM is able to allow these gunfights to take place.
UNM manages to pick up that round. Jaeger Liston taking up that kill right here on our Thatcher.
Round 8, with UNM successfully locking down their second point of the map.
You're definitely seeing UNM playing the time as well as NMSU did when they were on the defensive side there. NMSU is going to be wanting to get a plant down in order to get that in their favor. But of course, easier said than done, obviously.
And then being forced into the 2v4 from outside of CC looking in, Leon and Aiden were hard pressed to lock down that round. UNM did a fantastic job of really making them
And sweat they are. Kaizen making sure that they bust open every single wall that they can think of that will bring use to them. Cal is bringing that shoddy in order to have that option as well. Wombat roaming upstairs, and on the attacking team, Trinity's with Ivana, Smarmies with Diana. We have Ace, and we had a change from Ram to Flores, and Ace switching over to Thermite. I guess they want a more permanent entryway.
10 seconds left.
And another change going over to Ram. They really want that
5
Ram,
seconds
if
to
I'm not
insertion.
mistaken. That's Ram, correct? Alright, cool. Operator's getting locked in right there.
The bomb.
Here we go. And we're on round 8. 5 points towards NMSU, 2 to UNM. UNM on defending team.
Haku using Ram's util very effectively to quickly interstrip,
Interesting.
wasting little time at all to begin to rotate towards Juke and Bathroom.
Smarmy taking some shots. I'm not sure exactly from where. Smarmy getting taken a couple more. Liston engaging Smarmy from that angle. You'd think that he'd had the disadvantage, but it's apparently not the case.
A quick reload for the kid Sway allows them to hopefully last a little bit longer should an engagement be coming his way. Liston able to use his lightest. Ram, however, effectively opening up what is almost the entirety of kitchen floor.
Those darn lawnmowers.
And it's one hardcore lawnmower.
Liston wanting to creep up the stairs, trying to see if they can get an angle on Haka. Beat down, push, getting taken down by Liston.
A big opening kill for the round as we approach the minute and 40 mark.
Tricky forcing their way into blue, knowing that there's somebody in that corner. Not peeking the right side, the ACOG blocks it. Or the 1.5, I should say. Leon getting knocked and picked up by Wombat.
UNM establishing a 5-3 dominant round so far. With each member, aside from Wombat in his last engagement, sitting at full health. Wombat picked off by Smarm. Smarm is effectively able to join up with one of his teammates, making that push, even if he's at low health, more viable. However, Vic is dropped by Liston.
Liston's really putting the team on his back right on this round. I'm not saying that disrespectfully, I'm saying that respectfully towards Liston. Just look at that.
Smarm picked off on the long angle by the Kid Sway.
Kid Sway saying, don't count me out quite yet. You stick. Lone man alive. I wonder if they can get the advantage here. Element of surprise. At this point, with 30 seconds on the clock, you're going to have to be fast. You're going to have to hit them hard.
One must be both aggressive and patient in the 1v4.
Exactly. There's the impact starting to come out. Do we have there's no smoke, so that's good.
Aware of the zombie, however, still swung on. The Kid Sway collects U-Stick to close out round 3 for UNM.
Well done. That was a pretty nice peek there.
As we make our way into round 9, what is your assessment of UNM really beginning to catch traction?
Well, we're starting to see UNM really starting to buckle down. Liston being at 8, Cows being at 5, and from there, those 5 kills is a bare minimum that we've seen. Everyone else is still being up there. Listen's really been pretty vital to staying in this, because in this last 2 rounds they've gotten some pretty solid kills, as well as Kid Sway. I'm excited to see if Callis will be able to implement itself a little more. They've been getting some diffuser kills, keeping the diffuser on them as well. So let's see how they do in this defensive lineup here.
And if it is not too much trouble for any of our UNM viewers this evening, included in tips for cans, please provide the phonetic pronunciation of kills. I would like to be respectful of that,
10
as
seconds
respectful
left.
as I, can be of the gamer tag. That's what you're playing under. You want people to be
5
able to
seconds left.
pronounce that as you wish.
Yes. My guess was Callis. If I'm wrong, you can tell me.
Attackers objective is to locate
Something
a bomb
about
and
Kales
defuse
makes
it.
me think of Sonic the Hedgehog for some reason. And I know that's
Sounds
Tails,
like
so it's not the
Tails.
same.
Yeah.
You're right. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Our defensive lineup comprised of Jaeger, Smoke, Wamai, Mute, and Castle. That Mute-Castle combination would help if we are playing on the second floor site. That means
They are, I think.
that we are likely going to see some strong denial from that util. Of course, able to be meleeed out if you set it up, however, from that long angle, forcing attackers to either play inside or waste the util to... Oh, here comes the Flores drone.
Flores going in.
Here to deny the any tricking. And the wall is open.
Yeah, made sure to get that wall right there.
The gym rotate was noticed by Leon.
A bomb has been
Yeah,
located.
Liston's watching that like a hawk. I wonder if they're going to try that peek, which I think they're slowly trying. Liston breaking off just in time.
Smarm ready for that engagement. Still eager and peeking that.
Haka throwing in an EMP. I'm thinking that they're wanting to get into this and get objective control early. If they have any smokes, which I think Thermite, U-Stick has some smokes, they might be able to get this plant off. I'm sure U-Stick is well aware of that.
With the attacking lineup, including Ace, Thermite, as well as Sledge and Flores, I feel like
Oh, Kaizen getting taken down by Window.
a good kill from that well, not the balcony, the outside.
Oh, call it balcony.
It is a balcony.
Yeah, little...
Well,
Oh!
mine picked up in bedroom. Didn't know he is there ready to contest.
Kid Sway checking his angles, making sure that if they can get any free picks, free damage, they will take it.
Thermite pairing up with Ace, the two ready to continue the push. Wombat in cash.
I wonder if they were aware. Looks like U-Stick might be. Taking some fire, getting taken down by Smarmy.
A good kill that continues the pressure towards site. As we sit at the 4-3, NMSU is looking strong.
Yeah, so far only losing their Haka. They've been doing pretty well.
Smarm able to confirm the kill onto Liston. Mute attempting to swing, denied by Leon.
Leon. Sway deciding to avenge that swing. Getting some leg action there. And deciding to run away because Tricky
losing
Big was
some health,
ready.
but still
Sway.
2/3 of a health bar, able to contest both the player in Logi
Bring it down
and
to
the
a
one
1v2.
outside.
Oh, there's another peek right there, getting taken down. Kid
10 seconds
Sway holding it down with an
Oh
ace!
my gosh, the
Kid
ace!
Sway responding hard with that one headshot, then coming over and peeking on with that second one.
Very strong.
What do you have to say about that? That
I-
was impressive.
It left me
Ooh.
almost short on words, but if I had to think of some, very unafraid to take those gunfights. The two-way engagement, that
Wow.
180, and knowing not only that it was the 180, but the balcony play, or the one playing outside was inside, rotating around, opening that bathroom wall. He had plenty of sound, yet the timing and the direction he chose to aim and take those engagements
Attackers need to
yielded
locate and
a
defuse as many
fantastic
bombs as they
round,
can.
concluding with a headshot.
Exactly. Oh, I bet they're feeling good after that one. And I just caught a glimpse of the leaderboard, and actually it seems very tied between both teams on kills. Everyone's pretty much even. It almost seems like they're just about canceling each other out. We're still in for, from what it looks like, a relatively long game if UNM can really pick it up and then lock it down on these defensive and aggressive rounds.
And what a fantastic manner to move us into round 10.
Left before
Round
three.
10. We see
Our drone phase wraps up in 5.
5 seconds left.
I am sure that NMSU is eager to, you know, make
Attackers objective
make
is
sure
to
that they
locate a
clean
bomb
up
and
any mistakes that they identify from that last round.
they get their lick back. Let's see. Tricky seem like they're wanting to take the diffuser this round as the ace.
It is interesting to see the diffuser push going in as that he may be playing that solo push, but letting your defenders assume that you aren't genuinely going for that CC wall may allow Vic to get inside undetected.
Wombat coming in with a good bandit trick right there, taking out one of the therms.
The whole roster looking to set up a denial onto the bandit, and it did look like it was effective.
Yeah.
I believe CC wall is going to be open. Ace
There
charge has
goes.
gone off.
Second one went in. Boom. And they are in.
Oh, the wall is opening. Oh, do we have an NMSU player inside?
bomb located
Look at
by
that
attackers.
angle. That is an impressive angle. The kid Sway teaching me something new right here.
Hostile on the ground.
Yeah, Smarmy deciding he does not want to peek that and choosing a different entryway.
And I only just noticed that Haka is off of the board. Do you happen to know what happened there?
Oh, let me think. I personally can't remember.
A minute 30 as UNM maintains the 5-4 body lead.
Ooh, Smarmy taking
Army
down.
tying that up, however, dropping the kill on a Wombat.
Making sure that they stay in this, not wanting to take any unneeded losses there. Oh, that wall's getting opened.
Very good way to take down that Kilo Berry, using the Flourish drone for something like that.
Attackers
See,
drop
wanting to open up a different line of sight right there. Dropping diffuser outside, making sure that he doesn't get in jeopardy.
Smarmy needing a res to maintain the 3-3.
They're honestly going to need that res. And we talked about that earlier. I'm not sure if it's going to pay off for them if they go for it, though.
However, NMSU able to collect the kill. Vic, oh,
Oh, getting taken down. Listen takes down Trick.
I got you.
we do get the Smarm res. Usyk
Smarmy's back.
not going to let his teammate go down. We see an iconic pairing. The
Usyk and
historical
Smarmy.
match of Thatcher. Oh yeah, those two.
Them two. No, Thatcher and Thermite definitely best friends.
Yes.
They are best friends. It's confirmed. In my board.
The bomb goes down though, taking us into the post plant.
Oh, getting hit by another Fenrir, if I'm not mistaken. The Claymore placement from Tricky, getting listed on that run out, wanting to. Oh my goodness! And there was another one on the other window prepped as well.
And with the player from UNM not looking outside during his run out, taken out, ending the, we were on a 3 streak? Is that 3 rounds?
Yeah, they only had one, if I'm not mistaken.
Only 2 rounds needed from UNM, however, to take us to match, or well, to the,
OT.
yes, to our OT.
Yeah, match point at the moment, so NMSU can really buckle down and really try to finish this on this potentially last
Defenders,
round.
protect your bombs from being
I don't know about you,
defused by attackers.
Cons, but I'm kind of wanting a little longer of a match. I know our players might not want that, but
Truth be told, I don't know that our players don't want that. I mean, game time is game time. Do you really want to cut an evening short when you're having such a good time?
that's very true. Oh. I know that they're wanting to shut this out, though. Just that competitive nature inside all of us. If you love video games, of course, there's got to be a part of you that loves socialness, but there's also going to be a part of you that probably likes competition as well. And this is that exact place to make sure that you can
10 seconds
get
left.
that out of your system, basically. It's a safe environment. You get to
5
meet a
seconds
bunch
to
of
insertion.
really amazing people and learn a lot about the game and yourself while you're at it. But
Attackers
let's
are
go ahead and
moving out
start
to
our
locate a
match. We
bomb
got
and
our
defuse it.
lock-ins on our operators. If you want to read off the NMSU roster, I'll read off the UNM before we get started on this engagement.
Of course, NMSU looking to bring out the Hibana, Thermite, Jackal, Flores, and Ram. Haka effectively utilizing that util earlier in the round. I'm sure that it is going to be a quick round to open up floors.
Yeah, Haka's definitely going to be huge in that one. And on our defensive team, our UNM team, we have Liston running Wamai, Kaizen with Mute, our personal favorite with the shotgun. The kid Sway with Azami, if I'm not mistaken. Kaliz, sorry, running Fenrir, your favorite, and Legion bringing in with Wombat with some impact grenades and the SMG. So we might have some traps getting set forth there. They're definitely going to be wanting that intel and trying to slow them down. Mai's going to try to make sure that they can't do any frags, smokes, and stuns as effective as they would like.
With that 2-floor vertical denial, player upstairs in Logi able to effectively counter any push that may come in from kitchen.
That's going to be pretty vital here, but it looks like they actually completely blocked off dirt, but not with the barricades. So that's going to take a little bit of effort from the attacking team in order to get in there.
It looked like Vic was maybe trying to pace out that opening of that kitchen hatch. I'm not sure if something maybe didn't fire off correctly, but he did do it at like 2 pellets at a time, leading the defenders to be aware of his presence.
And get a couple of shots in from what it looks like on his HP.
Yeah, unfortunately he was on the receiving end of those of that lead exchange.
Brought him down to about 65 if I had to take a guess.
Cows, I need no further reason to know how to get your name right other than you have chosen the people's pick of Fender. Please, at me on Twitter so I know it's real.
Oh, shoot. The kid Sway taking down Leon. Kid Sway playing dirt now, deciding to open up dirt.
Did that Kiba barrier deny the entry from dirt?
It did, if I'm not mistaken.
Azami's in dirt.
He's in dirt. Smarmy getting hit by Fenrir, but cannot see. The calls are going out, getting hit from behind.
The swing from Ying very
Oh, Kaliz. Oh, there's 2 more kills from Wombat going into UNM's favor. Haka, the last one alive. It's going to be a rough one. We might have to see a revenge ace here from NMSU if we want them to stay back in.
I will be honest with you. The ace here would definitely be a strong,
15 seconds left.
I don't know how to say this, but like, you know, it would be very telling for our young gun, you know, to come in and drop the ace to close out
Especially
the round
with
exactly.
5 seconds left on
5
the
seconds
clock.
to go.
We're going to have to make something work right there.
The
Barely
long
missing a few
gunfight.
shots. I think that's going to be the round.
And UNM
Operators, you are out
takes
of time.
us to round, we 11 now?
Round 11 or 12, I think.
We may be on 12 actually, I think.
12.
We enter round
Yeah.
12, UNM on their, that's 5 rounds.
Not going down without a fight.
I say we
Oh.
see the 6th. Oh no.
Stream looks like we went down for a little bit.
Yes, at the moment, we may take a short break while we resolve some technicality issues.
So sorry about that. We'll be right back.